And dear viewers, now we are joined over the phone by Mr. Rahman. He is a journalist. Good morning.
And a very good morning to you,
So,
both you and to the dear viewers.
So, Mr. Amr, as we are still covering Africa-France Partnership Summit in Nairobi, can you tell us more about to what extent the summit will help in enhancing innovation and entrepreneurship in the continent?
In a world that is filled with overwhelming changes at all levels, here comes the importance of enhancing and deepen up the pillars of relations between Egypt and our brothers in blood and in roots in Africa.
Yes.
And this is, of course, a very important chance for us to uphold and to take it with all the powers, or with all the cards we can possess, especially that we are having lots of files to discuss, lots of operations to begin, lots of cooperation with nations in Africa at the level of the private sector, as well as governments in all of the countries that around, whether the Nile basin or in the middle, in the heart of Africa, to the east, into the Horn of Africa, whatsoever. We need this relations to be raised up and moved up to a higher level of cooperation for the benefit for all nations in Africa.
So, Mr. Amr, to what extent has Africa become a promising economic power able of attracting foreign investments on large scale?
Well, I believe there is a lot to be done. The African continent needs more of the sort, more investments from all over the world, as well as developing the level of investments within the country to make the balance between the investors from abroad and the investors from domestic society. This can make the balance between sovereignty of the country and as well as opening the market with procedures that preserve the national security of any country in Africa, especially that we are still, until this very moment, too many countries in this continent are confronting influences, foreign influences, and the economical phase, or the economical phase of the ancient colonization in an economical phase, in an investment phase. So we can also take the decision of making the balance between the Eastern investments as well as the Western investments. So that's how we can keep up our continental sovereignty and face the interferences from abroad, and of course to develop our own continental economy. And of course Egypt has a greater role in this field, a greater role to lead the continent. We all remember how Egypt has led this continent to the mega events like the Grand 20 Summit.
Yes. So, sir, also, how would the summit help in enhancing cooperation between the African and French governments and the business sectors?
Well, of course, France is one of the most important countries that has interests as well as investments in the continent, with its ancient history and of cooperation and other phases of cooperation, of course, with the too many, especially the Francophonic countries.
Yes.
But as I have mentioned, we need to make this balance between relations with France as well as relations with other powers in the world, as well as the most important thing is to develop the national, the continental economy based on industrial, agricultural, and long-term strategic projects.
So, Mr. Amr, to what extent Africa has become a promising economic power able of attracting foreign investments on a large scale?
Well, of course, it's a long road to take. We need lots of steps to be taken, of course, even in Africa, in Egypt and other countries in the continent. We need more steps, more procedures, more strategic relations together.
Mr. Amr, I'd like to thank you.
The African relation, the Egyptian-African relation can set the example on how the continental cooperation can.
Yes, Mr. Amr, I'd like to thank you so much. And now we move to Nairobi, and we are going to watch one of the sessions that are held on the sidelines of Africa-France Partnership Summit.